United States Representative out of Maryland and overall horrible person Jamie Raskin stood by while 4 goons attacked Human Events Daily host Jack Posobiec. Yes, Human Events Daily, great show. Check it out. This was at a Democrat federal union rally that Jamie Raskin was speaking at, and it appears that he actually egged them on. Let's take a look at this. A police report filed by Human Events Daily host and senior editor Jack Posobiec with the U.S. Capitol Police detailed an assault on him on Tuesday evening by attendees of a protest held outside Washington, D.C.'s Union Station. And we have a actual video of this here in a second. The protest featured Representative Jamie Raskin at the mic, who did not call for attendees to stand down. But listen to this. It actually appears that Jamie Raskin was the one that kind of like incited this, these peaceful Democrat protests. Whenever Democrats talk about being peaceful or law and order, we always know that Democrats are the ones, when they say something, the inverse is true. When they say that they are peaceful, it means the opposite. When they say that they are the party of law and order, it means that they are the opposite, because they are so good at brainwashing, so good at gaslighting and lying to people that people just don't know what truth is anymore. So instead of trying to hash it out for themselves, what do? They just believe whatever the party says. Okay. It appears that's what's happening, and that's what has happened over the past several years. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon. But the statement to police said that Posobiec exited Union Station at around 5 p.m. on Tuesday to discover a protest occurring outside. Upon closer inspection, he found out that it was none other than Representative Jamie Raskin, or Ratskin, as some of you might like to call him, speaking to a crowd of federal union workers. And here is a shot of the police report. Quote, "I stood and listened for a few minutes," this is the incident, "with the crowd filming. When Raskin called for protest, I asked why he lost the election. At that point, Raskin pointed at me and egged on the crowd, who began swarming me and pushing, pulling me, hitting my phone down, and stealing my work backpack," the statement to the police said. Now let's go take a look at the actual video of what happened here. This is Jamie Raskin at this protest, and this is the whole incident. Let's take a look.
The right to organize unions. For redress agreements, we're going to defend the right to assemble. We know with Dr. King that the greatness of America is the right to protest for what is right. Against lawbreakers who take office. And that's where we are today. I'll leave you with my friends with the words of the great Marylander Frederick Douglass.
Jamie, why did you lose the popular vote? Why did you lose every single swing state? Why did you lose? Let me talk. It's not fake. Look at this.
Wow. This is bad.
Why'd you lose? Can I get my phone? No. Back up. Okay, back up.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get when you go against the party of peace. Okay, the peaceful party, the peaceful protests. So that is, in fact, what happened. These are not just allegations. He filed a police report, and that is exactly what happened. He walks up, comes across this little gathering, and of course he says something. And, to Democrats, to leftists, words are violence. Words are tantamount, or even, a lot of times even worse than physical violence to these people. That's why it is dangerous sometimes to, do stuff like this, because when you say something, it could hurt their feelings so bad that it's like physical pain, and they feel like they are being attacked physically in their body. So they believe that when they respond with physical force, it is justified. But of course, it goes through everything that happened right here. And then it describes the suspects. One suspect was described as a wide male, about 5'7", thick neck, blue shirt, buzzed head, middle-aged. Another was a middle-aged man, male in a red shirt with longer brown hair. A third suspect was described as middle-aged male in a blue shirt with a mustache. And then a fourth suspect was described as an overweight white male with sunglasses and a backwards baseball cap. I could hear people saying, get him from the crowd. The first individual began striking my arms and attempting to hit my face. And that's what it looked like on the video. It looked like there was, some physical force happening there, and there was a couple F-bombs dropped. But I defend myself with my arms. I tried to hold onto my work backpack, but the crowd pulled it open, spilling my jacket, tablet, and a large St. Michael rosary. Posobiec said that at no point did Raskin ask the crowd to stop assaulting me or to attempt to de-escalate the violence he agitated upon me. At that point, Capitol Police arrived and the crowd receded. And that's what we have there from the party of law and order and peace. So Jamie Raskin, standing there at this union rally, incites violence on Jack Posobiec. And no doubt he knew who Jack Posobiec was. Everyone knows who Jack Posobiec is, especially in the D.C. area. He comes up with some bombshells, and he's had a lot of bombshells on Jamie Raskin. No doubt that Jamie Raskin absolutely hated. So when he saw his face in the crowd, I mean, it's instinctive to people like him. He directed his crowd to go against Jack Posobiec. And I mean, it looked terrible. At one point when his phone fell, it looked like someone kicked the phone. So he's just walking along, comes across this gathering. And, you've got to kind of like yell these things at the Democrats sometimes. Why did you lose the popular vote? If you're out here and you have this gathering, you're trying to gain support for this or that. Why did you lose this popular vote? I mean, can you respond to that question? That's what we really want to know. And we all know why the Democrats lost the popular vote, because immigration, the economy, law and order, weaponization of our government, the ballooning federal government, and the fact that, the United States is quite sick and tired of seeing our government go after its own citizens instead of going after criminals, illegal aliens, getting them out of the country. Instead of focusing on the United States of America, they are focusing on foreign countries like Ukraine, sending billions of dollars. That's why their party lost, because they were being traitors to American citizens. And that, no doubt, struck a chord with Jamie Raskin here. But let me know what you think of all of this. Jamie Raskin inciting this attack against Jack Posobiec. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.